Good morning, wonderful Samuel Ward students, and welcome back after Easter. I hope you're feeling very well rested and ready to rumble. So I will kick off the assemblies this half term with Britishness and British values. So let's get started. So first of all, I ask, what are values? So let's start to think about a place where everybody is different. Strong, small, bossy, fall over, fabulous. But the thing that actually unites us and brings us together is a set of values that allows us to live happily together. Values such as thoughtfulness, tolerance, respect and understanding. So let's explore the British values together. So first of all, I want you to think, what does it mean to be British? Asks that rather lovely British bulldog. Now, it may be that some of these words from this word cloud have actually come to your minds. Our rich history, our pound sterling, our queen, our music, our lovely Sunday roasts, and the fact we are literally obsessed with talking about the weather. But what does it mean to be British? And what does a British person actually look like? Maybe Winston Churchill, who led us to victory after World War II. Maybe the rather glamorously wonderful Dame Judi Dench, our international treasure in the media. Or maybe Queen Elizabeth II, who is actually the longest reigning living monarch in history. And at the time of this recording, she has been in reign for 69 years, 1 month and 40 days. Wow. Or maybe it's this rather splendid chap, good old Willie Shakespeare. Oh, thank you, William, for the endless phrases that you've provided us with and all those words you added to the dictionary. #legend status. Have a look at some of the phrases that come from his brilliant works. I bet you use them. Heart of gold, good riddance. Break the ice. Be all, end all? I'm sure you do. But times are a-changing, guys, and our ethnic composition is changing wildly too. Although we are predominantly white, we are a multicultural society, and that needs applause. We also have a wide range of religious affiliations too. Times are a-changing. So I ask you to think again. Take a look at some of these legends. You've got Jessica Ennis, who is born to a Jamaican father and a white British mother and a gold medal winner. You've got Stormzy, born in Croydon to a Ghanaian mother. You have got the wonderful Sir Kumar, who is a British medical researcher and the head of Cancer Research UK. And you have got the Home Secretary, who is Priti Patel, who is born to 1960s Indian immigrant parents. And then you've got the lovely Lewis Hamilton of mixed race too. It's changing, thankfully. Now, it's my obligation to read you the British Values Statement that is posted on our website. Samuel Ward Academy is committed to serving its community. It recognises the multicultural, multi-faith and ever-changing nature of the United Kingdom. It also understands the vital role it has in ensuring that groups or individuals within the school are not subjected to intimidation or radicalisation by those wishing to unduly or illegally influence them. So let's explore these values. So we shall explore democracy, law, liberty and respect. So as you turn 18 and prior, you need to think about who you want in government. Whose beliefs and manifestos do you think are going to be the best for you as you go into adulthood? Maybe it's the Conservatives, maybe it's the Green Party, maybe it's Labour. But this is your right, your human right to actually make a change. And boy, do you need to use it. Because in some countries like Cameroon, they are a dictatorship. and they have been governed by the same person for many, many, many years without any change. And in fact, in 2020, for the sake of the Cameroonians and their quality of life, it has been called that this lifelong president, Biya, should be forced out, because this country should have been making so much developmental progress, but yet millions still live in dire poverty. Next, we move to the rule of law. Now, you'll see the 10 most lawful countries tend to be wealthy countries in the Northern Hemisphere. The 10 most lawless countries tend to be politically unstable in the Southern Hemisphere. Now, did you know in Somalia they don't follow modern law? And in fact, what they do is get some of their elder men to gather and think of a suitable punishment for a crime. For instance, murder, 100 camels? Interesting. We are so lucky to have the systems that we have in place. Next, we move to liberty. This is the freedom to live your life in the way that you want without interference from other people or authorities. Now, I look to this marvellous person here, who I've mentioned before, Lewis Hamilton, who is using his global status for good. As I'm recording this, he is in his car, revving it up at the Bahrain Grand Prix, and he wants to make good of his global status to try and improve human rights for all. Bless you. Well done. Now let's look at this rather amazing human. Now this is Patrick Hutchinson. His parents are Jamaican migrants. In June 2020, he was at the Black Lives Matter march, and the opposing people fighting against this was the transport officer you can see here. He got injured, and Patrick didn't care. He just saw a human, not a colour, not anything else, and he helped him. Honestly, it brings me to tears. He carried him to safety, and he is a hero. And since then, he has written a book, Everyone versus Racism, for his children. I'll hope it'll change the minds of those who are sitting on the fence, who aren't sure about this whole thing. I hope it can galvanise us as human beings and bring us together. Oh, wow. And to another legend, good old Benjamin. Now, Benjamin comes from Birmingham, the Jamaican capital of the UK. He's the son of a Barbadian postman and a Jamaican nurse. Born in the UK, he was dyslexic. He left school at 13, unable to read and write, and he's now this amazing author of poetry and teen fiction. Honestly, I adore him. I hope you do too. So I'm going to finish with a poem by him entitled The British. Take some Picts, Celts and Scythians, and let them settle, then overturn them with Roman conquerors. Remove the Romans after approximately 400 years, add lots of Norman French to some, Angles, Saxon, Jutes and Vikings, and stir vigorously. Mix some hot Chileans, some cool Jamaicans, some Dominicans, Trinidadians, and Bayesians, with some Ethiopians, Chinese, Vietnamese, and Sudanese. Then take a blend of Somalians, Sri Lankans, Nigerians, and Pakistanis, combine with some Guyanese, and turn up the heat. Sprinkle some fresh Indians, Malaysians, Bosnians, Iraqis, and Bangladeshis, together with some Afghans, Spanish, Turkish, Kurdish, Japanese, and Pakistanis. Then add to the melting pot. Leave the ingredients to simmer. As they mix and blend, allow their languages to flourish, binding them together with English. Allow time to be cool. Add some unity, understanding, and respect for the future. Serve with justice and enjoy. Note, all the ingredients are equally important. Treating one ingredient better than the other will leave a bitter, unpleasant taste. So my dear, lovely Samuel Ward students, I leave you with one thought. Yes, we are British, but we are also global citizens. And in a world where you can be anything, be kind. Take care.